Number 36. According to the passage, record-keeping systems before the advent of computer databanks had a greater effect on people than people had on the systems, were more than capable of keeping up with modern standards of living, caused few problems for average Americans, ended careers and marriages. So this is, remember, this is before the advent of computer databanks. So record-keeping happening before, all these computers were put together and collecting information on everybody to make sure that the services were provided. This right here, A, is a trap answer. It had a greater effect on people than people had on the systems. That actually shows up right here. It is becoming, in this portion right here, it is becoming much easier for record-keeping systems to affect people than for people to affect record-keeping systems. So it sounds like this could be the right answer, but it's really not, because it's not directly talking about anything where people had a greater effect on the systems, right? It's just saying now it's easy for the records to affect the people more than for the people to affect the records. Is it that before the advent of the computer databanks, there were more that record-keeping systems before the advent of the computer databanks were more than capable of keeping up with modern standards of living? Not really, because nowadays it says now we have to have this information in order to be able to provide all these services and functionality that the government offers or that the private sector offers. So the record-keeping systems back in the day would not be able to keep up with this, right? They were not able to keep up with modern standards of living. So as the standards change, we need to have our record-keeping systems updated. So this is not the right answer. This is also not the right answer. Cause few problems for average Americans. Yeah, this is true. It actually shows up right over here. It starts on line 55. What was once a minor problem affecting only a small number of people has now become a national problem that could potentially affect every American with a charge account, a service or personnel record, a credit card, a social security number, a mortgage, or an appliance or automobile bought on time, which means on a loan, essentially. And so it basically is saying that before record-keeping systems, they didn't really affect most people, but now they're affecting everybody that could have any of these things. So whether you have a charge card or you have a military record, or if you have any kind of a social security number or a mortgage, or if you bought something with a loan. So they do cause a lot more problems now than they used to before. So the previous record-keeping systems caused few problems. And is it that the record-keeping systems ended careers and marriages? Well, now they do, right? Nowadays, these things can end marriages, and it talks about that right over here. Marriages have been wrecked, and financial damage, and careers have been ruined, etc. But it's all talking about the current system, right? It's not saying that the record-keeping systems before the advent of the computer ended marriages. Only now are they doing that. So for that reason, D is not the right answer, and C is our correct answer.